is different compared to the Duster. It's missing something. 57 inches, that is much better. Feeling that I've got a little bit less space for my back. And the boot is long with the seat area. Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will show you two cars that looks very similar, but there are many differences between them. Here are the Dacia Duster and Dacia Bigster. If you were wondering which of those two cars to choose, in this video you will find answer to all your questions. Stay with me and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, let me start very quickly from the boots. As you can see, the boots are very similar, but let's start from the Bigster, what we can find here. So first of all, we can float the seats from the boots level. We've got 12-volt socket, 1, 2, 3 hooks. Okay, we've got two big pockets on the side, especially this one is quite big. We've got very long, of course, double floor. As you can see, we've got huge amount of space here. Okay, huge compartment. Let's check quickly the dimension. With the seat area, you've got almost flat floor. The boot is long, 41 inches, that's mean 104 centimeters. It's wide on the regular side, almost 100 centimeters, that's mean 39 inches. And it's high up to the shelf, I call it. Almost 18 inches, that's mean a little bit over 46 centimeters. And the boot is long with the seat area from the upper part of the backrest, almost 64 inches, that's mean exactly 162 centimeters. Let's check the boot and the Duster. You've got also double floor with some compartment, but definitely this compartment is a little bit smaller than in Bigster. You've got only one pocket on the side. Got 1, 2 hooks, light and 12-volt socket. The boot is long up to 34.5 inches, that's mean 88 centimeters. It's wide, actually I will say the same, almost the same, 100 centimeters, that's mean something like 39.5 inches. And it's high, 16.5 inches, that's mean 42, a little bit over 42 centimeters. Okay. That's all about the boot. Let's take a look under the bonnet. Alright guys, let's check the interior first from the handle. As you can see, you've got lots of space here in the front handle, and the back door has the handle on unusual place, but it's quite alright. There's lots of space for the fingers, and also the same story with the Duster. Lots of space here, okay, and I will say enough space here, but you can find that's a little bit less space than in the Bigster. Let's check the quality of the door. So the upper part is made of hard plastic, also here, and even the armrest is made of hard plastic with huge pocket where you can find lots of space. Let's open door from Bigster. Here's the same story. Upper part is made of hard plastic. Oh, here's surprise, that's a little bit softer. Okay, and you've got the pocket. Let's take a look at the seat. The Bigster, the quality is alright, I like it. Also the side support, which is nice and soft, that means you will find lots of space for your back. The seat is also nice and soft, especially the side support, that's great. And you've got huge tunnel, the middle tunnel here. Let's check the Duster. I have the feeling like the seat is a little bit smaller. By the way, the side support here seems to be a little bit bigger and more tough than in Bigster. Here it's the same story, nice and soft and nice and soft. And the middle tunnel is on the lower position or lower level compared to the Bigster. Alright guys, I'm inside the Dacia Duster, and let's be honest, here you will find lots of room. Even you are on my height, I'm 193 centimeters tall, and now I've got perfect position behind the steering wheel, and the driver's seat now is on the lower position. And just take a look, above my head I've got something like, I would say, even 8 fingers. 8 fingers is a lot of room. Let's take a look quickly at the room for my legs. Okay, I wish that will be a little bit more space on the right side. At the front is enough space. Also here, like I said before, the middle tunnel is very low, and that's mean my leg, especially with the bones here, the knee, doesn't touch any hard plastic here, so that's perfect, I will say. Let's talk about the visibility. The side mirrors are a little bit small, I will say, especially from outside when you look at the car from the outside, but from my perspective now, the camera now is on my eye level, and I will say it's quite alright, but I wish them a little bit wider. Okay, so the A pillars, which is surprise, they are quite narrow and far away and very high from my face and from my head. Just take a look. That's absolutely brilliant. That's mean you will get perfect visibility to the front, especially on the sharp corner up the hill to the right. So the visibility to the front, yeah, it's, I will say, is fine. And I remember the first generation, the roof was a little bit too low from my perspective anyway. That was my feeling, and I was complaining about the visibility here is much better, in my opinion anyway. Let me know in the comment below what you think about it. Okay, so usually I complain about this mirror, but this mirror in this car, I will say, is on the perfect position, perfect level, and from the lower part of the mirror to lower part of the windscreen, I've got visibility like that. It's quite nice, I will say. Also, as you can see from my perspective, I can see almost full of the bonnet. Let's check the dimension, because that's quite important, I will say. So first of all, let's check the dimension from the door to door. So as you can see, there is 57 inches, that's mean 145 centimeters. And just in case, from the middle tunnel to this panel here, hopefully you can see that. It's not easy to do it just by one hand. There is something like 21 inches, that's mean 54 centimeters. So the other stuff, you know exactly from my full review. I'll just show you quickly that you've got on the front of you, you've got the virtual clocks, you've got also the main screen, which is little bit upgraded, I will say, compared to the previous one, but it's very simple to use. That the graphic is quite simple, even I will say quite old. It's nothing like this one here. That one here looks completely different, I will say much modern than something like that. Apart of the touchscreen, you've got physical button on the air condition panel. So below that, you've got one compartment. You can put actually phone here, okay, or your key. Okay, you've got 2 USB port C, you've got a 12-volt socket, that's your gear stick, electric parking, and you got your induction charger here, another small storage compartment. Okay, you've got 2 cup holders. The armrest, okay, it's not very soft, but definitely there is lots of foam below this material, which is quite nice. But I don't know why they do it like on that way. Look at that. The armrest just covered this access to the second cup holder. We've got another storage here, which is nice and big. Also, that one is quite deep, but it's not very big. Okay, on the upper part, we've got sun visor without any extra light. The light you got here, which you can turn on that way from both sides. Okay, and the same story here. And just take a look at the steering wheel, which is multifunctional. I like it, very nice, soft, I will say it's pleasant in touch, so I love it. No piano black, I just love it. Thank you very much, Renault or Dacia. Okay, that's all about the front and the Duster. Let's go to the Bigster, and if you want to know something more, please watch my full review of those cars. Alright guys, inside the Dacia Bigster, and to be honest with you, I feel more comfortable here in this car than in Duster. That's my feelings. So like before, the driver's seat now is on the lower position, and I've got the perfect position behind the steering wheel, and above my head is even more space than in Duster. So that's absolutely great. On the front of my leg, I will say it's the same amount of space, but I feel here is a little bit more space. That's my feeling, my opinion. Anyway, that hard panel with the handle is on the same position, the same level, but in my opinion I've got a little bit more space. The middle tunnel is on the high level, and that's what I don't like, and especially because my bones touching that hard plastic here. But let's be honest, it's not that bad. I will say it's not that bad. And the side mirror, I will say, is on the same size, but definitely the glass is different compared to the Duster, and you've got better visibility in this car. The A-pillar are narrow, I would say, not very wide, the same like in the Duster, and I can say they are right, and also they are very far away from my face. Yeah, as you can see, so that's brilliant, I would say. Let's talk about the visibility to the front. As you can see, it's beautiful visibility, but I've got the feeling like this mirror is a little bit too low, and I'm more than sure the mirror is on the same level like in the Duster, or from my perspective it's on the same level, and I've got the same point of view, but this is only my feeling. Okay, and also as you can see from my perspective, I can see almost full bonnet like in the Duster. Same story, you've got the virtual clock here, you've got nice steering wheel, which actually looks, I will say, the same like in the Duster. Okay, and let's check the dimension. It's also 14 inches, so it's actually the same. It's multifunctional. You've got touch screen, you've got a little bit piano black here on the panel, air conditioning panel. You've got also physical button, that's great. You've got one shelf here with the induction charger, one port, 2-port USB port C, one 12-volt socket, gear stick, electric parking, huge storage for your key or other stuff, in this case for the cup, because here is no cup holder, or is missing something, I don't remember. You've got the same armrest, which is quite nice and soft, and you got, oh, here's some, oh, that's the cup holders. Look at that, it's something different. Okay, yeah, we got it. And you've got very deep but small. No, it's quite deep. Look at that, you can put your hand here. That's great. Okay, and the storage, the glove box, is exactly on the same size, I would say. Let's take a look on the upper part. Here you've got the sun visor with the mirror and extra light. I love it. You've got touch LED lights here, so that's great. Much better, I would say, higher level compared to the Duster. Like I said, the tunnel is huge, but actually I love it, because you see you've got the space for your feet. When I put the feet on the right place, I will not touch anything with my knee. That's great. Okay, anyway, let's check dimension. It's 57 inches, that's mean 145 centimeters. That's mean it's the same. Let's take a look. You got exactly almost 21, I would say 20.5 inches. That means 52 centimeters. That's the amount of space between the middle tunnel and the handle. Alright guys, I'm inside the seat at the back, and just take a look at the door. The door are made of hard plastic all around. Okay, so I've got lots of space for my leg. Just look at that, I'm sitting behind myself. Not really behind myself, but the seat is exactly on the same level, just because I've got something like that here. That's for baby, and to be honest with you, I don't have kids and I don't know how to just remove it. I don't want to do it. So anyway, first of all, as you can see, I got lots of room above my head. That's absolutely amazing. Look at that. It's almost, I would say, the same amount of space like at the front, and that's great. Also for the leg, for my feet, so it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Apart of that, what you can find here, 2 air vents, 2 USB port C, LED light on both sides. Okay, the handle, and yeah, I will say the seat is quite comfortable, very comfortable, I would say, especially the backrest. To be honest with you, I would feel better sitting at the back than at the front, and I really love it. Okay, let me jump to the front once again at the passenger seat, because as you can see, the middle tunnel has the unusual shape, I will say, which could limit the space for the passenger. Alright guys, now I'm sitting at the passenger seat, and to be honest with you, I feel very comfortable. I love it, I love it. Okay, you've got also enough space for your leg. Just look at that, lots of space. I was worried a little bit about the shape of the middle tunnel, but don't worry, you've got lots of room, lots of space. and it's very comfortable, even I will say much more comfortable than at the driver's seat, which could be quite funny. I can travel like that, but let's be honest, I would like to travel on the back seat. That is much better. Alright guys, I'm inside the Dacia Duster, and to be honest with you, that's huge surprise also. First of all, okay, I've got the feeling that I've got a little bit less space for my back compared to the Bigster, just because of the side support. Exactly here. By the way, a part of that is absolutely fine, I will say. Above my head, I put definitely four fingers and my highs, lots of room. And also I will say I've got enough room for my leg. Okay, my knee touching a little bit that backrest, but let's be honest, I can travel like that without any problem. I've got lots of space for my feet. That's also great. And yeah, so I will say it's quite nice. You've got here also two USB port C, no air vents. You've got only the middle light here, which is the ordinary light, not LED, but also you've got two handles, and the door, the same like in the Bigster, are made all around from hard plastic. Okay, I'm on the passenger seat right now, and to be honest with you, everything is fine here. Lots of space above my head, lots of space on the side, especially for my leg. Look at that, lots of room for my feet. Yeah, I can travel like that even for 100 miles or even longer journey. It's absolutely great. Alright guys, and that's all about the all new Dacia Bigster and Dacia Duster. Please let me know in the comment below which one you prefer, which one would you like to choose, because let's be honest, those cars are very similar and looks actually the same, almost the same. Few details are different, but definitely at the back I feel much better in the Bigster. At the front I will say in the Duster. The visibility for me is quite similar, but then again, I feel better in Duster. I don't know why. Maybe because the middle tunnel is on the lower position or lower level. It's my cup of tea. To sum up, the cars looks the same, but they are completely different, I will say. And you really need to know what you are looking for. So let me know in the comment below what you are looking for. Which one would you like to choose? And as usual, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself and your followers, and see you next time.